What's up, guys? I just bought this Pioneer 500. This is the OG. This is the 2015. So there's no automatic mode bullshit, and it's got a lower gear ratio. So when you turn this thing on and you go to first gear, it doesn't say first. It says L, which is excellent. So this has the exact engine out of the Rubicon in it. It's got the Rubicon super low first gear, and it's got the Rubicon secondary gears down here. So it's got like a small secondary reduction. The gearing doesn't really matter, people say, because you can just throw a big gear reduction in there and it's good to go. Well, the problem with that is the bigger the gear reduction for the primary, the more stress you're putting on your clutches in here, and it starts to groove the basket. See those grooves there? When you get those grooves, it doesn't want to shift very nice. So this thing is geared lower in the engine where the first gear is, in the middle of the motor, and it's geared lower back here in the secondary where the output shaft is. So that takes stress off of the clutches. What's up, guys? So I've done this math before, and I'm doing it again just to refresh my memory and also to make a new video on it, because apparently I didn't post a video last time because I can't find it, which means that no one else can find it. I apologize, I'm kind of sniffly. The pollen is driving my sinuses crazy. Hopefully you can hear me. Anyway, I did some gear reduction comparisons, and gears are like my favorite thing in the world, maybe my second favorite. Tires are probably my favorite, gears are my second favorite, between the Pioneer 500s and the Rubicon IRS. So the Pioneer 500 in the first 2 years was geared exactly like a Rubicon in the engine, but it had lower differentials. Let me show you what I mean. If you look at all the numbers here and all the numbers here, these are the ratios. So these are teeth count. I shouldn't do that. So these are the actual gear teeth, and these are the ratios. Okay, so if you look at Pioneer 500, early Pioneer 500, and compare that to early, or any IRS Rubicon rather, you see how most of those ratios are the same? The difference is the front diff. Now I use front diff here instead of rear diff because Honda has the wrong pinion teeth count on the parts diagram. I need to take apart a rear diff and actually count them, because sometimes the front and rear diffs are slightly different. But for the purpose of this discussion, we use front diff. It's close enough. So the OG P500, the 15 and 16, had a Rubicon motor thrown straight in it, and then they gave it a big differential reduction. So that means that the OG P500 has a crawl ratio of 68-1, whereas the Rubicon has about 54-1. That delta, if you divide those two, is about 26% difference between the Rubicon and the OG P500, aka the P500 is geared 26% lower in first gear because of its bigger diffs. Now the bigger diffs should make them stronger because you have a bigger ring gear, so the pinion's not working as hard. But in reality, because Pioneer 500s are heavy in the way the diff's made, the Pioneer 500 rear diff's kind of weak. I've replaced a lot of them. I digress. Anyway, the real purpose of this discussion is to compare these two, the OG P5 to the 17 Plus. So 17 Plus, Honda changed the gearing in the Pioneer 500. People complained that first gear was useless. They added like an automatic shift function. And basically they made the gap between first and second gear smaller to make it easier to shift in clutches and whatever. And let me show you what they changed. So the primary reduction, right, these are the gears you change when you do a gear reduction, that stayed the same. But first gear changed. It went from 55-13 to 47-13. That's a pretty big difference. And the secondary changed. So the secondary went from 30-16 to 40-22. This 4022 might look familiar to you guys that know the gears, because that is the Rancher 420 secondary. So they threw the Rancher 420 secondary gears in the newer Pioneer. Front diff ratio remained the same, and fifth gear is a different discussion. We're going to get there later. So, yeah, if you do that math, the final ratio on a 2017 Pioneer 500 in first gear, right, total crawl first, comes out to 56.4-1. So a little lower than a Rubicon, but 21% higher than the OG 500 Pioneer. So if you want to build a big Pioneer and you don't want to run portals, it is key that you get a 2015 or 16, or that you split the cases and put those gears into it, which is expensive, by the way. So just get a 15 or 16 like I did, because you're getting a 20% lower reduction in the transmission in the secondary gear, which means that your clutches have 20% less torque on them most of the time. It's not exactly how it works, but that's simplification. But anyway, you're putting 21% torque, more torque to the ground in first gear, which means you don't need as big of a primary reduction, which means you're not torturing your disc clutch as much. So yeah, I wanted to explain that because I get that question a lot. Now let's talk about fifth gear. I threw that into the chart. I've never done that before. Crawl ratio, this shouldn't say first anymore because I added fifth gear, so there you go, so crawl ratio. Okay, the fifth gear crawl ratio on the P500 is 13.643 if you do rounding. That's the same ratio as the 2017 Plus. So you're probably thinking, wait, they changed the first gear, so that doesn't matter, but they changed the secondary ratio. So wouldn't a 17 Plus be faster on the top end because it has a higher secondary ratio? You would be right, except that they also changed fifth gear. So fifth gear went from 2832, where it was originally 2833. So you used to have more of an overdrive, right? If it was 1, it would be drive, and so the farther you get from 1, the more overdrive you have. So basically, even though Honda gave you a higher secondary, they gave you a lower fifth. So the top speed on these two machines should be about the same. Now granted, there's a 520 out now that has a little more power. Maybe it's a little faster, who knows. Whatever. But you can see why a Rubicon is so much faster. A Rubicon has a much higher fifth gear cruising ratio. So when you're on fifth gear on a Rubicon, you're not going to turn nearly as many RPMs as you would on a P500, given the same tire size and the same circumstance. And that's why the ATV is faster. Now you're probably like, well, why didn't they make the Pioneer 500 faster? Well, number one, it has no suspension, and that'd be reckless, rude, and irresponsible, and everyone would be having broken arms and stuff. But also, it's a much larger machine that's heavier. It's going to be carrying more of a load. It's got more rolling resistance because of the weight and whatever else. So putting a tall fifth gear in it wouldn't have really worked out very well. It'd have been bogging all the time. So Honda did their homework when they picked these ratios, and the 17 in stock form is way more usable than a 15, right? First gear of the 15 is obnoxious, except for me because I love gears. But if you're going to put oversized tires, which almost everyone does, Honda, you should watch this and listen. Let's go back to the 15 to 16 gearing because a lot of people are putting oversized tires on these things, and then they're having to put a bigger gear reduction. So if you do the math, it's a 21% difference. To have a 2017 put down as much torque with a gear reduction, you need to put a 60% in it, where you can get away with a 40% in a P500 as a 15 or 16. And again, that means less stress on your disc clutches, which means less wear on the clutch basket getting grooved, and your clutches last longer, so it's a win-win-win. All right, that's enough yapping about gear ratios. Feel free to fact check these numbers. It's late and I'm not really, I don't know. I checked my formulas and stuff. They're all really simple. It's just dividing, right? And then I carried that down. And then this one over here is just multiplying those four together. This one over here is multiplying those four together. And then I carried that down. So it should be right. But if someone wants to fact check me and tell me I screwed something up, please do so.